Anong ID? 27. 26.
Okay, good morning everyone. Alan Imperial, our Vice Chairman. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
To the regular members, Sir Buddy, the Chief of the Maintenance Section. Good morning, sir.
Sir, good morning.
To Sir Mike, the Chief of the Construction Section. Good morning, sir. Ma'am Fanny, the OIC Chief of the Quality Assurance Section. Morning, ma'am. Ma'am Lani, the Chief of Planning and Design Section. Morning, ma'am. Ma'am Eva, the Procurement Engineer and our provisional member. Ma'am Ses, morning, ma'am. To our observers, the Back Secretariat and TWG members, our live viewers, and to all present here today, good morning. He will open the bids for contract ID numbers 25FA0026 and 25FA0027 this morning, May 14, 2025. May first open our bid box. Be assisted by wala pa so eligibility.
Wala po. Okay.
So let us now proceed. The opening and reading of the technical documents of readers for contract ID number 25 FA0726. Ma'am Chair, can be see.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm opening of the contract documents for contract ID 25FA0027, contract name construction of RAIN 27, 26 po.
26
26 po.
27 na.
26.
26
mo na.
26.
Contract ID of 25FA0026, the contract name of Preventive Maintenance, Secondary Roads, DAANG, MAHARLIKA, JCT-LEGAZPI-STO, DOMINGO-TABACO-CAMARINES, Sewer Boundary Road, K561 plus 022 to K561 plus 552 with ABC of 42,597,660 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Date of opening May 14, 2025. Time starts at 10:22 a.m. So for the first bidder, GTA Builders. Full depth registration. Is ongoing, SLCC, license, organizational chart. Okay. List of personnel with their qualification date. Statement of availability of key person. Key person affidavit of commission to work on the contract. Project manager, Elias M. Ote. signed and authorized. Project Engineer Martin C. Atasan. Martin C. Atasan, signed and authorized with PRC license. Martin C. Atasan with PRC license and PE accreditation. Materials Engineer Namruden Mera, signed and authorized with PRC license and ME accreditation. Foreman Adolfo Susana, signed and authorized. Safety Officer Ana Marie De La Cruz, signed and authorized with certificate. Please, equipment to be assigned to the project. Own and other lease.
Sa iba.
Saro lang dito.
Okay. Hindi. One.
Statement of availability of the construction equipment. Proof of ownership.
Fundraising lang dito. Mga perfume.
Please contract agreement of equipments. DO138 for the DO11. Minibus, signed and authorized. NFCC and DO9.
Technical proposal submitted by JTA Builders, Construction, Design, Planning, SPAS.
Next bidder is RWCS Construction Incorporated. Field depth registration. List of the project SLCC. From BDRY, SD, signed and authorized. Organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Key personnel affidavit commitment to work on the contract project manager Nerdita Aniona. Signed and authorized. Project engineer Julio Cesar Marhelina. Signed and authorized with PRC license. Materials engineer Raymond C. De Los Santos. Signed and authorized with PRC license and MA accreditation. Safety officer Erwin O'Neill, signed and authorized with certificate. Foreman Alfredo Yanzano Jr. And another list of equipment to be assigned to the contract. Owned and under lease. With ownership. Certification availability of equipment. Please contract agreement. Omnibus, signed and authorized. Certificate. NFCC, DO9.
The technical proposal submitted by WCS Construction Incorporated, SPA.
Next bidder is Monolithic Construction and Concrete Products Incorporated. Field depth registration. List of ongoing projects, SLCC, ticket license, COVID, BSD, signed and notarized, organizational chart, list of personnel with their qualification date. Key personnel affidavit of commitment to work on the contract, project manager, Angel Fernan Balbido. Signed and authorized. Project engineer Arvin Socapen. Signed and authorized. With PRC license. Materials engineer Lexan Ledesma. Signed and authorized. With PRC license and ME accreditation. Safety officer Redemptor E. Santos. Signed and authorized. With certificate. Foreman, Norberto Enriquez. Authorized. Piece of equipment to be assigned to the project, owned, and under purchase agreement. Certificate of availability of equipment. Proof of ownership. Purchase agreement of the equipment. Omnibus. Signed and authorized. Certificate. NFCC. DO9. DO11.
A technical proposal of Monolithic Construction and Concrete Products Incorporated.
Next bidder is Honeyville Construction and Development Corporation. Field Jobs Registration. The certificate, parents permit, tax clearance, list of ongoing project, SLCC. Pickup license. From a bid BSD, signed and authorized, organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Key person affidavit of commitment to work on the contract, project manager. Reynaldo Bindi, signed and authorized. Project engineer, Rolando Lunaria, signed and authorized with PRC license and PE accreditation. Materials engineer, Philip Lee, signed and authorized with PRC license and ME accreditation. Foreman, Salso Santillas Jr., signed and authorized. Safety Officer, Roderick Galvo, signed and authorized with certificate. These should be given to be assigned to the contract. All owned. Proof of ownership, DO11. Omnibus, signed and authorized. Certificate, NFCC, and DO9.
A technical proposal submitted by Honeyville Construction and Development Corporation. Pass.
Next bidder, HGG Builders and Supply. Field Job Registration. List of ongoing projects, SLCC. Pickup license from a bid BSD, signed and authorized, organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Key personnel affidavit of commitment to work on the contract, project manager, Ariel and Son. Signed and authorized, project engineer Edgar Manondo. Signed and authorized with PRC license and PE accreditation. Materials engineer Lori Lynn Palmas. Signed and authorized with MA's accreditation and PRC license. Foreman, Laureano Barameda, signed and authorized. Safety Officer Jane Bernadette Letran, signed and authorized with certificate. Piece of equipment to be assigned to the contract, owned and under lease. Proof of ownership.
Open gusto. Pagano ba? Hindi pa ba?
DEO 11. Contract of lease. And authorized omnibus. Authorized NFCC. Affidavit of site inspection. DO9. ISO certificate. Okay.
Technical proposal submitted by SHGG Builders and Supply Spots.
Next bidder, 3 Diamonds Construction Corporation. Field Jet Situation. Lease of ongoing projects, SLCC. From BDSD. Sign and authorized organizational chart, lease of personnel for the qualification data. Keepers and property commitment to work on the contract, project manager. Wilfred Ciro Los Santos. Authorized. Project engineer Eric Ponce Di Manari, sign and authorized. Materials engineer Ramon C. Mauricio, sign and authorized with PRC license and accreditation. Safety officer Marie Chris Valdez, sign and authorized with certificate. Foreman Fernan Maldo, sign and authorized. Lease of equipment to be assigned to the contract, owned and under lease. Proof of ownership. Certification of availability of equipment. Lease contract agreement of the equipment. Omnibus and unauthorized. Sex certificate, NFCC, and DO9.
A technical proposal submitted by 3 Diamonds Construction Corporation.
Next bidder is DSB Construction and Supply Incorporated. Field Jet Situation. List of ongoing project. SLCC. For bid BSD, signed and authorized. Organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Project manager. Key personnel affidavit in forbidden to work on the contract. Project manager Dante Bombales, signed and authorized. Project engineer Joel Boral, signed and authorized with PE accreditation and PRC license. Materials engineer Jerry Vilaos, signed and authorized with PE accreditation and PRC license. Safety officer Wilfredo Belbes, signed and authorized with certificate. Foreman John Paul Romano, signed and authorized. List of equipment to be assigned to the project, owned and leased. Proof of ownership. Lease contract of the equipment. DO 11.